You said I should open this everyday account because it had no monthly account fees.
No need to thank me.
I'm not. Look at all these.
Then I want to speak to the manager. That'd be me. But I'm in a meeting. Go away.
If you've lived in Australia for more than 10 years, you'll remember Barbara from Bankworld, one of Australia's least favourite banking staff. Although a fictional character, she embodied many of the typical banking frustrations. In reality, banks are focused on great customer service. However, regulations, legacy systems, and security can make this tricky, particularly with online chatbots and automated phone assistants. We've probably all experienced the urge to ask at some stage, "Can't I just speak with a human?" Today, we'll explore if evolutions in artificial intelligence, like ChatGPT, can make the banking experience incredible. I've invited Barbara's much friendlier cousin in to find out. Welcome, Brenda.
Hi James, it's lovely to be here.
Let's see if Brenda can change the game whilst staying within tight regulations. First, let's introduce Brenda.
Hi there, I'm Brenda. When chatting with customers at Bankworld, I love keeping it lighthearted, slipping in a few jokes and sneakily chatting about travel and food, two of my favourite topics.
We've given her a personality, some customer data on Pauline, and Bankworld's policies. Time for a test run.
Welcome to Bankworld.
Okay, let's start with a basic question. Now, it seems like it might be very basic, but it still needs a bit of context. So it's worked out that an expiring interest rate would most likely refer to the fixed home loan rate versus the savings or the credit card interest rates. That's fantastic. Let's do another simple test. Okay, so it's got the basics of a chatbot down. It can do all the norms. Now let's try a simple policy-related question. Okay, so it's absolutely interpreted the policy correctly. Now let's try a more complicated policy-related question. So this is a bit more complicated because delaying it is dependent on the valuation date of the original loan. There we go. It definitely got that correct. So let's try a more complicated approach where it'll be a combination of different Bankworld policies that would need to be considered, and it needs to try to stay within the regulated advice guidelines. There's a bit longer answer, but it is a bit more complicated. So firstly, it was personable by acknowledging the challenge. Here's the options. So it's acknowledged once again that you might be able to delay the home loan repayment, but you need to check. And it's suggesting to pass off to an actual customer service representative where they have the final say and can absolutely toe that line perfectly. That's a fantastic answer. All right, let's try something different. We'll see if we can give Brenda a slightly different personality for a time. A step in as a manager, going to act like the famous Dame Edna Everage.
Hello, possums!
All right. Now, rather than talking about specific finances, talk about what we might like to do with our funds, an opportunity to increase some financial literacy. Love the use of emojis. Okay, great. So already, although I've started talking about something that could be classed as outside of banking, she's helped bring it back into the banking area. What things to consider: travel cards, multiple currencies, a savings account to start planning, getting all the correct information together. Okay. Now let's see if we can get her to drift a bit further away. Now remember, the original instruction is that she's focused on banking. Everything else is treated as small talk, and she should try to minimize the amount of small talk. Here we go. Once again, she's trying to stay within the bounds of our instructions and focus on financial related discussions, but she's helpful and providing general tips, which is great. It's offering that next level of customer service. And once again, bringing it back. If you need any financial assistance, I'm here to help you. Let's try saying, okay, so let's bring it back to finance and see how she can help with a savings plan. Okay, her answer's getting a little lengthy. Now, the big question here will be, is this bordering on financial advice or giving general financial literacy? So at the moment, she's just doing basic maths, reviewing budgets, automate your savings, monitoring. Maybe that is stretching a little bit into financial advice, or just by sticking to the basic things of setting a new savings account, taking the amount you need to save, dividing it up, steadily chipping away at that. Thanks, Brenda. Here we go. Well, that's not bad. Brenda really has the potential to improve customer experience and even increase financial literacy. She can help with some more complicated policy interpretations for the bank, but perhaps handing off the truly complex ones. However, there are risks. In heavily regulated industries like banking, it's a tight balance of providing great customer experience versus risking breaching regulations. Initially, using ChatGPT 3 led to some privacy and security concerns, as Brenda just casually asked for credit card numbers. With ChatGPT 4, it has been profoundly better. However, Brenda still drifts into financial advice territory and happily engages in lengthy small talk. At one time, she was giving recommendations of actual hotels in Tokyo for a trip Pauline was interested in saving for. It's more likely that a custom-built large language model owned and operated by the bank could be the solution. In other industries, where regulation around advice is a lot less stringent, this technology is a lot more ready for action. So what's next? I know it sounds strange, but I did enjoy going on a tangent chatting with Brenda about Japan, a country I've loved visiting in the past. As I think through some of my memorable phone conversations with customer service agents, it's often come down to adding human moments to very transactional situations. Imagine a truly personalised AI that loves what you love. It adds those human moments to the conversations. It's smart enough to seamlessly hand off to human customer service staff when very complex policy interpretations are required. The possibilities will be endless.